The way we consume and share news today, it is largely rooted in social media outlets. The reason why it's crucial to look at what's being discussed online. From the hottest issues or trends for our daily social media minute, we're joined by Erica. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Lots of events unfolding in the city of Seoul. I think it was planned to coincide with the beginning of autumn, dare I say. It's
Yes.
not so cool, but hey.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely much better.
Much better
Yeah.
than, I don't know, mid-August. Guys, remember that? Sporadic showers and
Well,
humidity.
That's right.
It's
But
still-
it's a really exciting time to be in Seoul right now.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's Art Week, and it's also apparently Seoul Fashion Week.
That's right, which is kicking off today. That means international fashionistas, designers, traders, they're all gathering in Seoul this week for the 2024 Spring-Summer edition of Seoul Fashion Week. That runs from today until Saturday at the DDP, Dongdaemun Design Plaza. A total of 30 runway events will be held during the event for the 21 top established fashion brands and 8 new brands. The opening day today will see K-pop girl group New Jeans at a photo call. They are the event's global ambassadors. Runways for 9 brands, including Waiso Cereals, Taemu, Park Chunmoo, and Seogunyun, have been arranged to showcase special presentations that sort of like bring together both fashion and arts. Over at Hyundai Department Store, there is a special feature for the so-called art-sumers. Art consumers who crave, cultural elements in fashion. And all of the runway events will be live streamed, of course, on Seoul Fashion Week's official YouTube channel. So even if you're not here, you can check out all of the events.
I've got to say, the city of Seoul is more crowded than usual, and this makes sense. Fashion people, art people, all in town. And it's an exciting time to be here. You're absolutely right. Seoul Fashion Week also sets the stage for a wide range of exchanges between local and international fashion brands.
Yeah.
It's not just for us to kind of lurk from afar, is
No.
it? It's definitely an event to sell items to
That's
buyers.
right. This is where a lot of business, talks take place. We're talking about exchanges among 94 of South Korea's local fashion brands, some 127 buyers from 27 countries, as well as distributors, investors in the country's local fashion industry. Now, in addition to the event's frequent participants like the French mall chain Pyeongdong and American brand, how do you read that? 3NY. Yes, the newly participating traders joining this year's trade show include French department store Bon Marché, Italian high-end boutique shop Eraldo. There's also British luxury mall Liberty London. And Japanese mall brand Isetan. And the event will be open to the public, very exciting, this Saturday.
Ooh.
And the items that are showcased at the trade show will be available for purchase.
Wait, that's so cool,
Yep.
though. It's like being at an auction and
That's
seeing
right.
it happen, and then
You're able to actually purchase something that you liked.
have an immediate access to it. I've got to say, it's just really clever marketing, and those are some big names, so you can guarantee that their buyers probably have great taste.
Yes, I'm sure.
All right, what else? Because the DDP in itself is pretty massive, and there's a lot to do in and around the area, too.
If you happen to be around that area, if you're a visitor in Seoul, listening to our show this morning, just head over to the DDP. It's gonna be exciting.
Even
lots of people just walking around, fashion people, and just it's fun just being there.
I mean, street style,
Yeah.
it's its own thing. And there's a lot of people who are clearly trying to attract more cameras to them.
Yeah.
And they're dressed to the tens. And we don't always dress like that. Well, I don't ever dress like that, but they do. So how about go there and check it out? And, they have these really colorful displays, laser shows and whatnot, but they're doing it in a much more massive scale.
That's right. Now, outside the Dongdaemun Design Plaza, there's a bunch of things taking place as well. There is something called Fashion Plus Technology, Gyeongham Experience Zone that invites visitors to take photo shoots, AI hologram photo shoots. There's also a special exhibition by a Scandinavian-inspired local brand, Anderson Bell, and also Uruguayan photographer, J.P. Bonino. And, there's a whole bunch of, themes that will be explored as well, including climate change and sustainable fashion. Sustainability, we're going to talk about again on today's segment in just a little bit. But anyways, we talked about New Jeans, how they are global ambassadors for Seoul Fashion Week. Now, K-pop's global presence right now is extending to K-fashion, which makes Seoul Fashion Week the perfect opportunity for Korean local brands and designers to, make that leap forward.
Yeah, and the steps are more simplified. Live streaming. I mean, this means that just a few clicks and people might have access to some of these clothes that some of your favorite stars wore. And I've got to say, is Seoul Fashion Week happening like
earlier,
closer to summer?
Yes, actually, yeah, you made a good point. Seoul Fashion Week is happening a month before the world's 4 biggest fashion shows in New York, Paris, Milan, and London. The event's next fall-winter collection will be showcased in February.
Again, earlier than those 4 major fashion weeks. Maybe people are onto something. I mean, let's be honest, Seoul Fashion Week can't necessarily compete with New York and Paris just yet, but it wants to do something different.
Yes.
And so all eyes are on it. There's a lot more streetwear at Seoul Fashion Week, which means it's more wearable. Because who would sport a haute couture gown to work? Okay.
Not many people.
Yeah, just for the brave. All right, let's jump into our second buzzword of the day. So Seoul City wants to launch a Han River water bus service. It sounds really fun. Now, as for how effective it will be for commuters, that's a big golden question, isn't it?
Yeah, so the big announcement was made just yesterday that they're going to launch this new Han River water bus service. It's going to start operating in September of 2024, so 1 year away now. But yeah, we're going to have our own water bus.
I've actually never been on a water bus.
I've been on a water bus, in Hong Kong?
Ooh, I've been on a water bus.
Yes.
My memory fails me.
Right. Anyways, the city government signed an agreement with Elan Group to operate the business called Hangang River Bus. Now, according to the agreement, this water bus service will operate a 30-minute route from the Arirang River Ganmun-dok in Gaehwa-dong in Seoul's Gangseogu district to Yeouido in Seoul's Yeongdeung-pogu district. And the same journey on the water, it takes 30 minutes. It takes at least 1.5 hours on the road by bus or by subway. So it cuts down commute time significantly.
Okay, so my Hong Kong experience was definitely a tourist attraction for me.
Yeah.
And it certainly sounds like a fun event, one-up event for tourists, but it would be wonderful if it can really be effective in alleviating the worst of the commuting hours.
Yes, Seoul City expects the water bus service to alleviate commuting woes for Gimpo residents. We've seen it on the news a lot.
Not enough buses.
Not enough buses and that tiny subway train, right? Yeah. Anyways, because the dock is near the Gimpo Ara Bridge, it's a spot known for its severe traffic congestion during rush hour. So each river bus can accommodate up to 200 passengers and will operate every 15 minutes.
Okay, so let's see if this, again, does wonders.
Yeah.
So for commuters.
That's right. Now, alongside the route that connects Gimpo, Gyeonggi-do province to Seoul, the Seoul city government announced that it will also operate routes connecting major residential business and tourism areas in other parts of the city, including Mapo, Yeouido, Jamwon, and Jamsil, starting in September 2024. Now, detailed information about these routes will be finalized at the end of this year.
And again, I mean, we go back to really basics. You have to make all these routes accessible, meaning that in order for me to get onto a water bus, that walk from the nearest subway station or bus station, or there needs to be a shuttle or some sort to make it.
It has to be smoothly aligned.
Exactly. Yeah. If I have to run a mile to get on this water bus,
then no thank you.
I don't think any commuters would be able to take it, realistically speaking. And at the end of the day, it needs to be affordable.
Yes. Many people have been asking about, the fares for this water bus. Nothing has been decided, but of course, they're going to take the fare levels of other public transportations in Seoul into account when they make that final decision.
All right. All eyes are on you, Seoul City. Make it affordable, make it accessible, and it just might be the trick to a easy commute.
Oh, sounds like a dream living here in Seoul.
Sounds like a dream. I mean, maybe not perfect, but we'll try to make baby steps to make it easier for us anyway. All right, on to to our final story today. So Chuseok holidays is right around the corner. I noticed because I go grocery shopping and there are all these beautifully packaged fruit baskets.
Yes, exactly. Now, the buzzword for Chuseok gifts this year seems to be value consumption. So this concept encourages consumers to prioritize their personal beliefs when making purchases, focusing on the quality, the price of a product, and its environmental impact during production.
Look at that.
Like how sustainable a product is.
That's a question that I rarely ask. It's just because things are more convenient if I look the other way and say, yes, I need that much avocado in my refrigerator.
That, right?
Yes, absolutely. So maybe we're having a different sort of standard to meet value consumption, apparently. So it's moving from a trend to perhaps mainstream preference. How are retail outlets stepping up their game to meet the consumers' growing demand for products that align with these priorities?
Well, Emart, for example, has expanded their range of low-carbon fruit sets. They have something called value consumption fruit sets. And, it's up 20% for this year's Chuseok compared to last year. The previously as well, the focus was mainly on these fruit sets, but the eco-friendly options have now extended to things like organic nuts and processed goods like seasonings and condiments as well. One of the most popular gift sets come holiday season in Korea is Korean beef. It's expensive and it's a luxury and people like to gift each other, delicious beef.
Things that normally I wouldn't draw this much money regularly for my own family, but I would gift it to someone else.
Yes. So department stores have unveiled something called low-carbon Korean beef product lines. Now, this offering has been developed through years of dedicated effort in Gochang, Jeollabuk-do province. Cattle farming methods these days can cut carbon emissions by up to 65% compared to traditional Korean beef. The department store has also introduced what they're calling low-carbon agricultural products. They include specific varieties of grapes, apples, and peaches from different regions in, say, Gyeongsang-Buk-do province. So these are definitely trends that you notice when you go to the department store or supermarkets to buy your gift set.
These products are labeled with a pretty big sticker, low carbon, eco-friendly, and they usually tend to be pricier than regular items. Sometimes they can be hard to find in stores. But what you're saying is despite that, the demand is higher.
They're expensive, but people can't get enough of them, actually. For example, Lotte department store managed to sell 10.8 tons of their low-carbon Korean beef in just a week during promotion event last month. They completely sold out, actually. And in tune with this growing trend of value consumption, changes are being seen in packaging methods as well, replacing plastic with paper packaging, for example. The exterior of gift boxes will remain uncoated to make recycling easier.
Yes.
Ice packs used are now made of water and a water starch mixture that won't harm the environment.
So
things like that.
Just pour it down the drain.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So go green. It's in. Now, just to play devil's advocate, is this just greenwashing or can we really keep up? All right. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, it's certainly a good trend to stay. Thank you so much, Erica.
Pleasure.
I feel like now I'm at the end of September. See you tomorrow.
Have a great day.
If you're listening to our program using the podcast service, just a reminder that we do go live Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Korea Standard Time. So tune in and help us make the show more informative by giving us your input. See you bright and early on Good Morning Seoul.